RKO the Infamous NWO back with another video doing my pay-per-view predictions for Antonio Margarito versus Miguel Cotto 2, which will be happening this Saturday night live on pay-per-view, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific time, $54.99 standard version and $64.99 in HD. Yeah, it is that much for this fight. And gotta say, I think this is gonna be the grudge match of the year. This is grudge match of the year, next to Pacquiao versus Marquez 3. So there's a lot of history between this and a lot of controversy between these two guys. So back in 2008, these guys first faced each other, and Miguel Cotto was undefeated at the time, and he was dominating that fight until the later rounds where Margarito was beating up Miguel Cotto and gave him his first ever loss. Next fight, Antonio Margarito faces Shane Mosley, and right before the fight, they find plasters in his wraps. And what those are is pretty much when you sweat, they expand, so they gain weight. And there's controversy to think that that during the Cotto fight that Margarito had plasters in his wraps, and there's a whole bunch of things where why wasn't any of Cotto's members in there. It's because Margarito's team wasn't in Cotto's room, so they didn't send anyone either. And then Margarito team said that there was people from Cotto's team in the room for the wraps. So how did he use wraps? And all this, and there's just ginormous controversy. So these two guys have something to prove in this fight. Like, Cotto has to prove that this is what would have happened if you never used the plasters, pretty much, because that's still controversy. And Antonio Margarito has to prove that I didn't use wraps, those were my actual fists, and I could still beat you like I did in 2008. And that loss that you got from me was your first ever loss, and not the one that you suffered from Pacquiao in 2009. And I see this to be a tremendous war. I see this to be fight of the year, definitely. I think this is going to be fight of the year. I think this is going to be a war, and I think Antonio Margarito is going to do the same thing he did in the first fight and give Miguel Cotto a TKO in the 10th round. That's me, but other than that, I see this end of decision. But I see Antonio Margarito proving the world wrong, showing the world why he could beat, how he could beat Cotto, and the first fight wasn't because he used plasters. And do you think that Margarito used plasters? I don't know. Leave your comment below. And who do you think's gonna win this Saturday night's pay-per-view? Are you getting it? Because I am. This looks like a tremendous fight and something you don't want to miss. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy. And that is it.